Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. And today we're going to do this witch in a moon silhouette diamond. I just love this. And this is going to be so easy. It's probably easier than any of the diamonds we made this year. It's only two colors that we're working with. The yellow, and it's going to be a dark yellow, and then the black. And this is actually the darkest yellow that I have, but I think it'll work just fine. All right, so we're going to start out with a chain 2 with the yellow. And in the second chain from the hook, we're going to single crochet and put 2 doubles in that same chain. And that is called a falling leaf stitch. And one falling leaf stitch is 1 square. So this 1 square, this row 1 done. Easy peasy. Row 2, chain 2 and turn. And again, you'll start out every row this way. In the second chain from the hook, you'll put that falling leaf stitch in there. And 1 square is done. Then you're going to skip the next 2 stitches, and in the third stitch over as a single crochet, because the first 2 stitches are doubles, you're going to be putting these falling leaf stitch only in the single crochets. You'll never crochet in the doubles. All right, and there is 2 falling leaf stitches for row 2. Row 3, chain 2 and turn. And again, we'll start every row this way for all the way up to 25 rows, which we will be doing today. We'll start off with the yellow, and then the second double crochet, I am not going to finish it. We do half of it, and then we're going to take our black and bring it to finish it, because the next color is black, but we're going to carry the yellow with us. So again, we're skipping those 2 doubles, and the third stitch over is a single. So we're going to use the black to put a falling leaf stitch into that single, and that is square number 2. So again, the second double crochet we don't finish because we need to go back to our yellow to make that last stitch. So you have 3 stitches left, and it's always the last stitch over where the last falling leaf stitch goes in. All right, so you're going to do this. The next row will be a yellow, 2 black, a yellow. The next row will be a yellow, 3 black, a yellow. And you're going to keep going like that until row 9, and it'll be a yellow, 7 black, and a yellow. So I'm going to have you guys get that far, and I'll do mine offline, and I will see you at row 10. Okay, so this is what we have for 9 rows. You should have 9 squares, 2 yellow and 7 black. That means a 7 black in between the 2 yellows. So that's what it looks like. So now we're going to do row 10. And we're going to chain 2 and turn. And of course we'll start out with the yellow. And then we need to go to black next. So we need 2 black, so there's 1, and 2, and then go to yellow, and we need 3 yellow. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then go back to the black, and we need to finish this row off with 3 black and 1 yellow at the end. And then here's our yellow to finish it off. Alright, so there is row 10 and what it should look like. And of course you should have 10 squares. So every row goes up by 1 square. So, you know, like row 6 had 6 squares, row 7 had 7 squares, so and so forth. Until we get up to row 25 and you'll end up with 25 squares in row 25. So anyway, that is row 10, and we need to mark off row 10. All right, row 11, chain 2 and turn. Now, of course, as usual, we will start out with the yellow. You'll always be starting out with the yellow and ending with the yellow. All right, so then we want to go to the black. We're just putting 1 black in next. And then going back to the yellow. And now we need 7 yellow. So we're working on the moon here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we need to go to our black and finish off this row with 1 black and 1 yellow. All right, and that's row 11. and what row 11 looks like. Mark that off. And row 12, we're going to chain 2 and turn. And we'll start out with the yellow again. In this row, we need 1 black, 8 yellow, 1 black, and a yellow at the end. So 1 black, go to the yellow. Now we need to put 8 yellow in. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we'll put a black and a yellow to finish this off. 1 black, 1 yellow. And that is row 12 and what it looks like. Okay, so let's mark that row off. Get ready for row 13. So we're going to chain 2 and turn. We'll start out with the yellow as usual. Okay, and then we need to switch over to our black and put 1 black in, and then switch over to the yellow, and now we need 9 yellow. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 9. And then we need 1 black and 1 yellow to finish off this row. And there is row 13 completely finished. Alright, so let's mark off that row. And do row 14. So let's chain 2 and turn. Starting out with the yellow and 1 black. And then we need 10 yellow next. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we'll finish off this row with 1 black and 1 yellow. And there's row 14 finished. We'll mark that row off. And row 15. Let's chain 2 and turn. And start out with our yellow. One yellow, 1 black. And then we need 11 yellow after that. So there's 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and this is 11. And then we'll finish off this row by putting one black and one yellow in. And that is row 15. And 15 has 15 squares. So you should have 15 squares. Let's mark off that row. And go on to row 16. So let's chain 2 and turn, starting out with our yellow. So we need one yellow, one black, we're starting on the witch a little bit in this row. I used up a black ball of yarn. I need to find the other end of this skein here. There it is. I'm going to connect these two black yarns. Use a magic knot to put those together. Alright. Alright, so then we are switching over to our yellow after this black right here. And we need 10 yellow in here. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7, 8, 9, and this is 10. So the next 4 stitches, the next 4 blocks will be black, yellow, black, yellow. So black, yellow, black, and then yellow at the end here. And that is row 16, and what it should look like. I'm going to mark that row off. We're going to chain 2 and turn, and then we're going to start out with our yellow. Alright, so we're going to do yellow, black, and then go back to the yellow, and we need to do 2 yellow next. And then go back to the black, and we need 1 black, and then back to the yellow, and we need 3 yellow and 3 black. So there's 2 yellow. Here's another 3 yellow. And now we need 3 black. And then we're going to switch back to our yellow, and now we need 4 yellow, and then 1 black and 1 yellow at the end here. And there was row 17 finished. I'll mark off that row. And we'll get ready for row 18. Chain 2 and turn. Starting out with the yellow as usual. And then we need one black. And then switching back to yellow, we need 4 yellow. So there's 2. 3. And 4. And then we're going to switch back to our black. And now we need 7 black. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. And 7. So let's switch back over to the yellow, and now we need 3 yellow, 1 black, 1 yellow at the end. Alright, so there is row 18 finished. This is going to be easy peasy today. It won't take long to make this diamond. Alright, so row 19, we're going to start out with the yellow again. And then we need to bring in the black. We need to put 2 black in next. So there's one. And two. Then we need two yellow. And then switching over to black, we need to put three black in. Let's see, there's one, two, and three. And then switch over to the yellow and put one yellow in. And then back to the black. We need four black and four yellow next. So there's one, two, three, four. And that, I left that black behind. I need to bring that with me. So now we're putting four yellow in. So there's one, two, three, and four. And then we're going to finish off this row by putting one black and one yellow. At the end here. Alright, and there is row 19. Now row 20, we're going to start off with the yellow, and then we need one black, lots of this black, and then we're going to switch back over to yellow, and we need four yellow next. So there's one, two, 3 and 4. And then the black, we need 8 black. Next. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And to finish this off, it's going to be 3 yellow, 2 black, and 1 yellow at the end. So there's 1, 2, and 3. 2 black, and 1 yellow. Alright, so there's that. That is row 20. You should have 20 squares in row 20. And we will be back for row 21 in a moment. Alright, so row 21. We're going to start off with the yellow. And then we need 3 black. So there's 1, 2, and 3. 3 yellow. There's 2, and 3. Alright, so 2 black next. and then one yellow, and then we need 5 black. So there's 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. Then go to our yellow. We need 3 yellow, 2 black, 1 yellow. So there's 1, 2, 3. And then 2 black and a yellow at the end here. Alright, and that is row 21 finished. And we're going to mark that row off. Alright, so row 22, chain 2 and turn. Starting out with our yellow. And we need 2 black after that. And then 3 yellow. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then go to our black, and we need 8 black next. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we need, go back to the yellow. We need 4 yellow, 3 black, and 1 yellow at the end. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to the black, 3 black, and 1 yellow will finish off this row. Alright, and that is row 22 finished. We'll mark that row off. We're going to chain 2 and turn. And start out with the yellow for row 23. And now we need 3 black, need to get some more out of that skein. That's the first skein. So there's 2 black in there. Now I need. The only bad thing about this black, it does havoc on your eyes. It gets, the older you get, it's hard to see. Alright, so now we have 3 black, and now we need 2 yellow. And then we need our black back, and we need 1 black. then go back to our yellow, and we need 2 yellow. And then back to the black. We need 7 black next. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And then we need 4 yellow, 2 black, and 1 yellow to finish off this row. So there's 1, 2, 'You know what? Yep, I left that behind. I need that black. Wait a minute. I got carried away. Alright, now 4 yellow. Alright, so there's 2. 3. And 4. And then 2 black. What did I do? So there's 1. Come on. And 2. Alright, so there we go. There is row 23 finished. Let's mark that row off. And we're going to chain 2 and turn for row 24. And we are going to need 3 black next. So there's 1. 2, 3. All right. We actually needed 8 black. Hang on a second. So there's 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, then 1 yellow. And then going back to the black, we need 7 black. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, six, and this is 7. And then we need our yellow, and we need to put 2 yellow in. And then 4 black and 1 yellow at the end. All right, so there is row 24. So we'll mark it off. 25. Chain 2 and turn. We'll start out with the yellow. And then we need 4 black. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then 1 yellow. And 9 black. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, and then we need 2 yellow. There's 1, 2, and then go back to the black. We need 7 black and 1 yellow at the end. So there's 1, 2, 'Let's try that again. That's in the wrong stitch. 3, 4, 6 and 7. And then we got our yellow at the end here. All right. So that is row 25, and that is 25 squares you should have. And this is half of our diamond finished. All right, so let's see, we finished off that. Okay, so when we come back tomorrow, we're going to be doing, we're going to start decreasing on both sides. So we're going to be creating 2 more corners, and so we'll start on row 26 to finish off our diamond tomorrow. I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and bye-bye now.